Western Michigan and Michigan State. Usually we get these games in non-conference play. A lot of the times you'll see Michigan State play Western or Eastern or Central Michigan, and we have that here. So Spartans 22-point favorites here, 54 the total, pretty much across the board at this point in time. I could only lay the points. I like Michigan State once again this year. Remember, it was a great revitalized, bounce back season for Mel Tucker last year. One of the big surprises, I think, in the Big Ten, if not all of college football, was how good Michigan State turned out to be last year. A bounce back season for them. They've got Peyton Thorne back in terms of their quarterback. Now, it's concerning that, Kenneth Walker was just such a superstar running back. I mean, he was that good for Michigan State last year. So losing him is going to be a big hole to fill, massive shoes to fill in terms of replacing that kind of talent at running back. But they bring in Broussard from Colorado. They bring in a transfer from Wisconsin. They've got, again, a great receiver in Reed. They've got a ton of offensive line talent back and starters back. I think this offense could still be very good. And Kenneth Walker, great, but you got a great O-line. So, I think the new faces at running back can go in there and still be able to produce pretty well in the ground game. And that's what Michigan State is going to want to do. They don't want to be a pass-heavy offense. They want to be balanced. They want to run the football and keep Peyton Thorne in some solid down and distance manageable situations. As far as the defense goes, the pass rush could hurt. Both defensive ends are gone. But the interior of the D-line should be pretty good here for Michigan State. I think for more than anything, though, this is a fate of Western Michigan. Ellaby, the quarterback from last year, is gone. There's a lot of they took a big hit in terms of the trenches, both sides of the football, O-line and D-line. That's always a problem when you're starting on the road against a Power 5 team. I think this could get away from Western Michigan. The numbers moved, so this would only be a small bet for me at the current number because this opened below 21, and now it's up to minus 22 for Michigan State. So based on the current number, I'd keep it a small bet, but I ain't interested in this underdog. It would be Sparty or nothing. What do you think here, C-Mac?
This number, though, might be just a little bit too big. This game feels like a blowout.
Yep.
Michigan, like 45-0 or 52-10, or Western's in this game. They're going to come to play when all these schools get their Western Michigan versus Michigan State. So they'll be up for it. And maybe this would be like in some of these schools, like I mentioned, a first half bet or even first quarter. Some of these schools can hang around and then they just get tired and these big schools just beat them up in the second half. So that's where I'm looking. I'm going to dig into Western a little bit as the week goes on here because I think the points might be valuable. Obviously, Michigan State, pretty good defense, 54th last year. They got Peyton Thorne back. They played their best game at the end of the year when they beat Pittsburgh. I thought that was their best offensive performance, and even defensively they were good. So, yeah, this one's I'm going to think about this one, the points here.